Hello and welcome to News Across Nigeria. I'm Olumide Macaulay. Coming up on the program today, UNICEF raises concern about the safety of school children in the Northeast. Communities in Edo State clash over land. And Enugu State labor unions throw their weight behind Governor Ifeanyi Ugwuanyi. And they did that at a huge rally at the Michael Okpara Square in the streets of Enugu, supporting the governor of Enugu State. We'll give you details of that story when the program unfolds. But first, let's begin where, ahead of the 4th anniversary of the abduction of the Chibok schoolgirls, the United Nations Children's Fund is alleging that Boko Haram insurgents have abducted more than 1,000 children in Nigeria since 2013, including the 276 Chibok girls. UNICEF representative in Nigeria, Mohammed Fall, in a statement says children in northeastern Nigeria continue to come under attack at a shocking scale and are exposed to brutal violence in their homes, schools, and public places. Mr. Fall cites the recent attack on the government secondary school in Dapchi, Yobe State, as the latest indication that there are a few safe places left for children in the Northeast. The statement adds, quote, "Children have the right to education and protection. The classroom must be a place where they are safe from harm." Since the conflict started in northeastern Nigeria nearly 9 years ago, at least 2,295 teachers have been killed and more than 1,400 schools have been destroyed. Most of these schools have not reopened because of extensive damage or ongoing insecurity. End of quote. UNICEF also acknowledges government's efforts at securing schools across the north, but is appealing for an end to attacks on schools and all grave violations of children's rights. The Victim Support Fund, VSF, has signed a Memorandum of Understanding with the Nigerian Defense Academy, NDA, to research on the activities of Boko Haram insurgents and offer suggestions to tackle them effectively. The Executive Secretary of the VSF, Sunday, cost over 75 million naira and will last for 2 years, will focus on the critical perspective of Boko Haram insurgents and their activities. Meanwhile, the provost of the Nigerian Defense Academy expresses optimism that the project will assist in getting evidence-based solutions to tackle the fight against Boko Haram.
This project we anticipate to last between 1 to 2 years because it's huge. It involves significant field work, significant writing. It will involve a major international conference. It will involve the publication of a major book from it. Tentatively, it is going to cost us about 75.8 million. The Defense Academy has the primary responsibility for the training of military officers in all the 3 services, in the Nigerian military, in the Army, Navy, and Air Force. It is really such a privilege and honor for Victim Support Fund to be able to partner with the Academy for this research. And the research is on critical perspectives of Boko Haram insurgency and counterinsurgency in Nigeria.
I suppose that what this project will achieve is probably for the very first time to begin to provide evidence-based narrative of this problem that has not only become so much more problematic and complex, but seems to have confounded even policymakers. But if anybody tells you that they've got the solution in their pocket, they are not telling the truth.
Staying with security, feuding tribes from the Mambila area of Plateau State have agreed to sheathe their swords following a peace treaty signed by farming communities and herders. The deal was reached during a visit by the Inspector General of Police, Ibrahim Idris, to Gembu, the administrative headquarters of Saudwana local government area. It was accompanied by senior officers of the police force and other government officials.
We send this message right down to the grassroots level, to all our people. And honestly speaking, peace have started coming back. Our people who left this place during the crisis and entered Cameroon Republic have now started returning, and they are returning to their respective places. We are now sick and tired of crying and fighting every day. So we are now ready to embrace peace in this local government area.
The Joint Police Force is going to enhance security in all parts of Taraba. I want every citizen of this state to cooperate with our police officers, both the Convention of Mobile Police, in their efforts to restore peace all over the state.
Now, a boundary dispute has set two communities on the outskirts of Benin City, the Edo State capital, against each other. The fight between Obagye, Egbosa, and Amagba communities has led to the death of a 42-year-old man. Now, the Obagye community accuses Amagba of sending rampaging gunmen to cause mayhem, an allegation that has been denied by Amagba. However, Edo State Police Command have confirmed the arrest of some suspects.
This is Obagye Nebosai community located in the Kwabaha local government area of Edo State. This is now a community traumatized by needless violence, which led to the destruction of some houses and the death of a 42-year-old man named Sunday Oduware, who was cut down in his prime.
On the 6th of April, some gunmen from Amagba, they came here and invaded us, gunning so many people, and one was found dead. That is Sunday Oduware. Died, and the body is lying in Stella Obasanjo's mortuary right now.
The community now lives in fear. Some women have since fled the area.
The
Nogi of the community blames a neighboring community for the crisis that led to the death of the young man.
The people I know is responsible for is Amagba. Amagba people and over the land matter, and as you all know, there is a river called Oroma, which is the natural boundary between me and Amagba.
Amagba community has denied all the allegations.
CDA no more condemn the biba you ha ya mama gia kaka.
Edo State Commissioner of Police Johnson Kokumon says some arrests have been made and police investigation is continuing.
We have 3 vehicles, we have 2 suspects. Some of the weapons that were equally used, and we are on the trail of other suspects who are currently at large, who have taken to flight.
The boundary dispute between the two communities is already a subject of litigation. Usazo Baze, Channels Television News.
Now, following reports of recent explosions that pulled down a building in Ile-Ife, Osun State, and recent attacks on 5 banks in Kwara State, the Commissioner of Police in charge of the anti-bomb squad has been speaking on the post-blast efforts of the police. Now, the Commissioner, Mr. Gabriel Oguntuashe, explains that residue has been gathered from the bomb site, and preliminary investigation has shown that non-improvised explosive material were used. He was speaking in Lagos during the quarterly briefing of all anti-bomb unit commanders across the country.
When the incident of this bombing of an Ilorin, we wanted to know whether it is commercial explosives that were used. As I'm telling you now, I have the report from here, and the samples are here. There's nothing to show that it was high explosive that were used. And even the people in Ile-Ife, up to yesterday night, we had to send the high-power post-blast investigators. The best hands we have in the department, they are there as we speak now.
After the break, we're turning our attention to the Southwest and infrastructure development in Lagos State. Stay with us.